Let's go to Colorado now, where Joe McCann introduces us to one of the nation's best volleyball players.
One of the most successful volleyball programs in the country the past couple years has been Lewis Palmer in Monument, Colorado. They've won back-to-back state championships and were named national champions by Max Preps in 2014. They've had quite a few talented players, but the heart and soul of the team over the previous 2 seasons has been setter Mariah Evans.
It's amazing. I absolutely love it. It's such a family environment. Like, there's so much tradition there. My coach, Susan Odebot, is incredible. Her biggest thing is building character and not just volleyball players.
While she's had a lot of success at Lewis Palmer, Mariah got her start with her club team, the Colorado Juniors, when she was 7 years old. She started playing because of her older sister, Morgan, who is now at the University of Colorado at Colorado Springs. Their mom, Jennifer, was a volleyball coach, and the girls were just naturally drawn to it.
I think we would play when they were little, out in the lawn, and they loved it. They had fun. It was something we always did together, and they both wanted to play, so that was a blessing.
If you love volleyball, Colorado Juniors is a great place to be. The program has been around for 16 years and has seen a handful of All-Americans and even some Olympians. But the stat they're most proud of, out of 329 girls who've stuck with the program through high school, all 329 have earned college scholarships. Every single one.
We with another club, and we thought they weren't doing enough to help kids go to college. So we started the club. Our mission was, if we can help kids have a choice. They get their degrees and they have a choice versus being from a small town in Colorado and being stuck with something they may choose anyway, but at least now they have a choice and it's not a forced thing.
The walls of the Colorado Juniors facility are lined with posters, jerseys, plaques, and trophies honoring past great players and teams. They're also lined with these pads, and that is because of Mariah.
When they weren't here, they're just concrete. And so we were playing here in a tournament, and I think I was like 11. A ball kind of went off, and I ran as hard as I could, and I passed it, and I dove into the cement wall. I stayed in. I was like, I'm fine. But afterwards, Bill kind of said, I think we need some pads on the wall because Mariah keeps running into them.
She will go through the wall if you ask her to. I mean, if there's an errant pass, then she will go run, and it doesn't really matter what's there or who's there. She'll run them over, and just to keep the ball in play and try to allow her team to score in some way.
That devotion and hustle is indicative of how Mariah plays. 100% all the time.
She's very intense, and every ball is very important. She plays with that intensity, and you could see it. And some of her teammates like it at most of the time, and sometimes they're like, whoa.
She'll run through anything to get a ball. I mean, she knows the second ball is her, and she'll just do it.
While Mariah isn't exactly short at 5'10", she's not blessed with the kind of size you see from many world-class volleyball players who are usually well over 6 feet. That's always driven Mariah to prove to her peers that she can play with the best.
In volleyball, there's a misconception that you have to be huge to play, that you have to be 6'4", 6'5" to get anywhere or to go to a good college, but I completely disagree, because when I was younger, when I started, I was tiny. So I knew coming in that I had to be the hardest worker, I had to be first in line to everything, I had to be the loudest on the court. I think that drove me a lot, was just to wanting to be the best athlete on the court. And my dad always tells me whenever I go out and play, right before I go out, he says, be the best athlete on the court.
Sometimes I'll pull the team in and ask them, who do you think is the hardest worker right now? And without a doubt, they'll all say, well, it's Mariah.
That tenacity and work ethic make Mariah a natural leader. She's always making sure her teammates are giving as much as she is.
I've been a captain since I was really young on juniors teams, and I was a captain at Lewis Palmer. And I think that since I may not be the best, I have to lead by example, and that's kind of how I've always tried to, is by working the hardest and being the loudest, just because if you don't do it, then how do you expect your teammates to do it?
Mariah's leadership once again has Lewis Palmer as one of the best teams in Colorado. For the next 4 years, she'll hope to have similar success at the University of North Carolina.
I'd love to go and continue and play at University of North Carolina and hopefully win some conference titles and maybe a national title, hopefully. And hopefully come out, I would love to come out as an All-American there. That's one of my ultimate goals.
I think she'll go as far as anybody will let her. You know, I mean, I think she's going to fight for a starting position at UNC. You know, and if her career allows her to go further and her body allows her to go further, then she's going to try to break barriers and do it whatever she wants to do.
Mariah may very well have her name or jersey up on these walls soon enough, but her hustle and leadership will always be remembered on this wall. In Colorado Springs, Colorado, I'm Joe McCann.